Good morning and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay on this morning. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm, okay? So like, share, subscribe, comment, all of those great things, okay? Um if you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App or Super Thanks. Okay, via Cash App or Super Thanks. Make sure you join the membership. Okay, I wanted to do a short video on Paul Young. I was looking at, of course, you all know that Paul Young is the new mayor of Memphis, and one of the things that I did as it relates to this race, I sat back and I watched, and Paul Young, I knew that it would either come down to either Paul Young or um, Willie Harrington. Okay, a lot of people was betting on Bonner. Okay, they were saying a lot of people, I think, kind of slept on Paul because they felt like because Bonner was already in good with the power brokers that he would be the one to win, right? No offense to Bonner, I think he's a nice guy. But I didn't think he should, you know, be the mayor. Not at this point. I always felt like it would be either Paul Young or Mayor or former Mayor Willie Harrington. I understood that Paul Young had an edge with the young people, because Paul and his family has been out in the community for many years. Um, Paul's brother, um, David, I used to go to their church, and I do know for a fact that they are good people. His mother and father helped me to get through some trying times. And through going through to the church, I knew his sister Dorcas and his brother David, because I used to love to hear David preach because David was funny, and he could preach really good. And he's taken, since his father has passed on, he's now the senior pastor, I heard. um just really good people. So when people was kind of um saying that they didn't know if he could make a difference, I knew from a personal standpoint what they had already done for the community. Okay. Not just his mom and his father, but they were always involved, right? But a lot of people was wondering, who um a lot of people was wondering what he's was he going to keep CJ Davis, and what was on his agenda. During his speeches, Paul always did really good. He talked about, you know, his ticket was fighting crime, and that's definitely what Memphis needed, right? But he just did an interview, and he was saying that he's not committing to anything. It's just like I said. I said I can't see him just going in and getting rid of her. um, as a matter of fact, he may give her a chance to see what's going to happen, right? But let's go to, I would like to go to, yeah, let me see. Hold on, that's not it. Because I really, I think that this is important because in order for, I do know Paul and them are young and innovative. They believed in helping people get jobs for sure. And in order for there to be growth in the Memphis area, because I have an interest, because I have a business in Memphis, there has to be, um, there crime has to go down. There as people going to pack up, not only pack up and move their businesses, they're going to pack up and move out of Memphis. That's something they have to worry about. But let's see what he has to say. Okay. That's his wife and children.
A lot of calls, texts, and things that I haven't gotten to yet.
As Memphis's next mayor, he knows there's a lot of work ahead. And like he said on the campaign trail, his top issue to attack, crime, and getting a unified plan to attack it.
Number one has to be addressing public safety. It's number one on my list. I'd love to have a convening of the major stakeholders in the criminal justice system.
In fact, he says he has already talked informally with Memphis Police Chief C.J. Davis.
I've had a brief conversation with Chief Davis over the weekend. We'll have some more in-depth conversations over the coming days and weeks and hear more about what plans she already had, what she wants to do in her future, and really make a firm decision on where we go.
While Young is not committing to anything about C.J. Davis's future with MPD, he says he will be looking for certain things in the department.
I want to see transparency. I want to see an openness to new ideas on how we police in our community. And I want to see a police department that's communicative, that's really communicating with the public around what our plans and strategies are going to be to reduce the level of violence in our city.
At 44, Paul Young may be one of the youngest to ever take the oath as mayor of Memphis, but he says 20 years of working around government prepared him for what's ahead.
I've been in the mayor's office for major decisions and things that were underway, and now I'm just sitting in a different seat in that space.
And while he knows his 27% of the vote is by no means a mandate, the mayor-elect says he is ready to work with those who didn't vote for him.
I am governing for all of Memphis at this point. There's no more Team Young. Now it's Team Memphis. And so my goal is to do the things to advance our city, regardless of who you voted for. I am working to be your mayor. Let's
go, Memphis. April. Yeah. Congratulations to Paul. I'm really proud of him. He was one of those ones that definitely moved up, and he was as far as I got chills, just to think about, I saw Paul moving up even when I was going to their church through the years, and he was always humbled. His parents, all of his siblings are humbled. His a lot of people don't know his sister Dorcas, she was one of those ones that always held key positions also, and she's smart just like him. David, his brother, is a teacher, okay? And so I'm just it really, on a personal level, it does. It really just makes me proud because his dad was one of those ones that they were just awesome. I kind of get emotional when I think about that. And so I know, because of the work that they had already done in the community, as far as his family, it's starting with his mom and his dad, as far as helping people mental illness and doing workshops and stuff on suicide awareness, and helping anybody that came into that church to get jobs with the government. It was just absolutely awesome. So now David is in a, not David, but Paul is in a key position to really just continue that on a larger level. That's the reason why I say, as far as innovation, in being innovative, as far with, especially with the young people, with education and jobs and things of that nature, I could see that growing. Okay, I can see that growing. I don't think it's going to be a secrecy, because they've always been very open with trying to help people to grow economically, and that makes me happy. Okay, that makes me happy. Me personally, just seeing how they were, I never picked up on Memphis could be anything other than great, you know. So like I said, I always felt like it would either come down to him and Willie Harrington. And my dad was very, very fond of Willie Harrington. He helped my dad a great bit. And of course, I know my dad has passed on now this year. And he came and did interviews for us, for Cornelia Crenshaw, our foundation that I am now over. Praise God, continuing my dad's legacy. And so I have a lot of respect for Willie Harrington, and coming to our meetings and things of that nature, and letting us know that when he ran 4 years ago, he was ready to be a part of the Cornelia Crenshaw Foundation, and because of the commercials that we had did with Willie Harrington that he did for my dad, a lot of people took notice, So those two definitely. I and they ran a good race. I was really, I knew I would be okay with either one, right? And God chose Paul, okay? And so now I see where Paul is going to, it's going to be innovative. I don't believe it's going to be any secrecies as far as when grants come in like there have been before. I know because I'm a minority business, and I just I don't see that. He's they're good people, So it makes me happy to know that he's getting ready to fight crime, and that is what is needed because a lot of people feel so unsafe. And I don't blame him at this point. I called it. I said, I think Paul and them are not evil people. So I don't see him going in and just getting rid of CJ Davis at this point. I think he's going to see, what happens before he makes a decision. That's what any mayor would do. Okay. And so, yeah, so that makes me happy. I'm ready to see them fight crime because it has to stop. I always say poverty ignites crime. And the good thing about it is his families, through their church, had already been having job workshops and things of that nature, and helping people to get jobs. And it was all over the radio. They would have businesses at their church so people could come and hiring them on the spot. So they already understood that years ago when I was going to their church. And they would be right there in the midst of that, Paul and them. So God was already preparing him. So fighting crime and economics, that's what's going to grow this city, well, grow the city of Memphis, okay? And he understands that, okay? So yeah. But anyways, I just wanted to get back over here at Riley. Anyways, I wanted to show, because people have been wondering, is he gonna keep CJ Davis? What's gonna happen? He says he's not making any commitments at this point. He's going to have a talk with her, as he should. I don't think he has taken office as of yet. I think Jim Strickland is there maybe until the 15th or until the 1st or something like that. And that would be the time to reconvene all of that when he officially takes office. Who knows what's going to happen, for him to hear her ideas and things of that nature, and just see, when something don't work out, you just have to remove that person and put another person in place that's going to have a plan that's going to work out. That's all. That's how it works. Okay. But anyways, I just wanted to talk about that. But I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App. Talk with you later.